Good morning. Don't mind my appearance. I've been up since 6 this morning, just waiting, anxious, because today is Disney and I am just so excited. And I have an alarm on my phone for 6:57 because if you get Genie Plus, you can make your first Lightning Lane selection at 7. And so I just did that. And we ended up, my goal was to get Peter Pan. Of course, at 7 o'clock, my Genie Plus service kept saying something's going wrong, and wouldn't load. And it didn't end up loading until 7:02, which is very late when you have everybody who's going to the park today trying to make their same selection at 7. So my goal was to do Peter Pan. But by the time I got on the app and I could select Peter Pan, it wasn't open until 3 p.m. So I went back and I decided to do, my second option was gonna be Jungle Cruise, but the same thing happened. It wasn't open until 2 or 3, and I didn't wanna break the 120-minute rule, which, if you don't know, you can't select another Lightning Lane if you already have one selected until you ride it. The one exception is if it has been 120 minutes since you last booked one and you still haven't ridden your ride, then you can book another one. So if I would have waited until 2 or 3, you have to wait until the park opens for your 2 hours to kick in at 9, so 10. It wouldn't have been 11 until I could do another Lightning Lane. So Haunted Mansion had a slot at 9:30. Park opens at 9, 9:30 is perfect, 9:30 to 10:30, so I'll be able to make another selection as soon as we ride that ride at 9:30. So that's why I decided to do that. My top 3 were Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, and Peter Pan, because those were my family's priority list. I have a 2-year-old, 4, almost 5-year-old, and a 0-year-old. You know, she's 8 months. So those big roller coasters that sometimes are more high priority for other people are not our priority necessarily. So that's why those were our top 3. But I will take you on this journey today. I'll try to film as much as I can and get this recorded so you can see how a day goes with Genie Plus and 3 little kids. I'm gonna go get dressed and make some sandwiches. We're gonna bring lunch to the park, and I will see you in a bit.
We just finished Haunted Mansion. It was definitely a little scary for those 2. This one actually fell asleep. She was, I think, scared and put her head down and went to bed. So in that case, it was good. But the next Genie Plus is 10:15. We got it for Little Mermaid Under the Sea. So we're just gonna walk through Fantasyland and maybe do something because we have maybe a 30-minute wait. We're now at the carousel, Prince Charming's carousel. I think the standby wait is about 10 to 20 minutes, so we're gonna wait here while we wait for our Under the Sea Genie Plus. And right next door is Mickey's PhilharMagic, and we'll probably step in and do that. It's a 10-minute standby right now, so we'll probably do that before we head to Under the Sea as well. Just got the kids put on the carousel. I have her sleeping on me, so my only options were to sit in the bench or take her out, wake her up, and the bench was full and I'm not gonna wake her up. So I'm just gonna sit here at the exit while I let the kids ride. They were gonna let me sit in the standby line so that I could get on the next one right away, but I don't wanna make my kids wait and do another one, so I'm just gonna let them go and then we'll check out something else.
The kids enjoyed the carousel, and after it was actually time to go to Under the Sea, so we went straight there and saved Philharmonic for later. Then I saw a Lightning Lane for the princesses, so we went to that.
Just saw the princesses, it was so fun, and now there is a Lightning Lane open for Mickey's PhilharMagic, so we're gonna hop into that too. We left the PhilharMagic, which was so cute. It's just a really great 3D adventure. And then we have about an hour till our next Lightning Lane, which is to meet Mickey Mouse. And so we took a break, went to the bathroom, had a little snack, and now we're headed there for our Lightning Lane now. It was really good to fit in a break, so I would definitely recommend doing that, especially around lunch.
There were so many different parades and cavalcades while walking around. We pretty much saw one every time. So definitely do this, your kids will really love it.
We're taking a little Dole Whip break from Aloha Isle, and I just wanted to note that I was thinking if you mobile ordered ahead, when it told you it was ready, you would just kind of go pick it up and bypass some of the lines, but that's not the case. Everyone is mobile ordering. Everyone who has a mobile order, when it's ready, waits in line. So the line is actually the mobile order line. I wasn't prepared for that. It took much longer than I thought. We have time to kill because our next Genie Plus is not up quite yet. But anyway, just wanted to throw that in there so that you knew that. We're almost at what's left?
Splash Mountain!
We're almost at Splash Mountain. It was kind of a long wait even with lightning, so really glad we had that. And we're ready, right?
Yeah!
And we're gonna do parent swap, so Dan's gonna get a chance to go too. Unfortunately, Juliana and Rose are just too small. We just finished up Splash Mountain. It was really fun. Now the next reservation I could get was not until much later. I'll show you how I did that. But we're gonna do Tom Sawyer's Island while we wait.
So here I will walk you through how to do a Genie Plus reservation. So when you open up your Disney Experience app, you're gonna see this screen. You want to go to My Day. And when you do that, you'll get the tip board. That is where you will find all the Genie Plus selections. And as you can see here, you can kind of scroll through, see what you want, and it'll list the times that are available. It will also show you what the standby line is so that you know how long the wait is for that. So right now, you can see, for example, we have Pirates of the Caribbean booked for 5:35 tonight. There is also other lightning lanes available and also standby lines. So you just kind of scroll through, see what you might want to do, and then pick a time. So now we are on Tom Sawyer Island, and it is definitely a good break from the busyness of the park. And they have this fun little playground that you can run around on, as well as different mines and caves and bridges and just a lot of fun things for the kids to do. Next up, the ride that we're gonna do is a Dumbo. It's a great one to save for when you have to do standby when you're waiting for any lightning lanes. They have this nice little playground inside. You do have to kind of get out of line to play, but then you get right back in where you left off. So it's a great place for the kids.
I went ahead and booked Pirates of the Caribbean, but I invoked the 120-minute rule. So we went ahead and went to Dumbo because they have the playground in there, and that would allow to waste some time. And my 2 hours went up when we were there, so I was able to book the spinning cups. But when we got off, it was only a 25-minute standby wait, so I ended up canceling that and getting the Barnstormer instead. So we're gonna do that and just do this while we wait, and we'll have about an hour to kill before that comes up. We just finished up Pirates, and I have one more Genie Plus for Barnstormer in about 20 minutes. There's only a 15-minute standby for Aladdin's Carpet, so we're gonna do that. But there is no more Genie selections I can make for the evening other than Barnstormer, which I already have a pass to, and the teacups, which we've done it and it's across the park, so I don't think we're gonna do that. We might just like play it and shop a little bit before the fireworks and call it a night.
We are back. It is the next morning now, and I just wanted to do a recap on Genie Plus / Disney in general for you guys after our experience. So first and foremost, do I think Genie Plus is worth it? 100%. Yes, I would pay it over and over again. I will probably never go to the park without it. I don't know if we will be going back, like I don't know, but I would never go without it, especially if you only have one day in the park. And this is Magic Kingdom specifically. Other parks I know are a little different, but this is Magic Kingdom. I would never go to Magic Kingdom without Genie Plus. 100% worth it in every sense of the word. A lot of rides, there were at least 5-6 rides that were 120-minute waits for the entirety of our stay. I know the park was packed. Like yesterday, it was to capacity, and there might be a down season that might not be that bad, but this is down season. This is middle of February, and it was still completely packed. So 120-minute waits across the board. Some were 90 minutes, some were 60, but like it was hard to find at the peak afternoon hours of the park a ride that was under a 60-minute wait. Even some of like the ones that you would think of being short, like the Magic Teacups, even those got up to a 45-50-minute wait. So definitely I would never go without Genie Plus, especially with kids. makes the day so much better to have a line that you do not have to wait as long for. So one of the expectations, even with Genie Plus, that I want to give you is that you will not get to do everything, even with Genie Plus. So I would think, I was watching some videos before going. This was our first time at Disney. So I was watching a lot of allears.net. It's a YouTube channel, and she gives lots of tips for the park. But the way I would see her scroll through Genie Plus and get on all these things, I was thinking like, oh yeah, like we can definitely do everything. Not the case. I don't know when she was going or like what day of the week or whatever it might be. We were not there on a weekend, but she made it seem like she was able to get everything. She like does challenges and she can get everything. That is not the case, guys. Like, you are not gonna get to do everything. If you can maybe pull it off, it would mean constantly being on your phone like 100% of the time, running around the park like a crazy person, just not being relaxed, not having a good time, like especially if you have your family there and kids. You're just not gonna get to do everything. So prioritize the time that you do have with the rides that you want to do. So I will just tell you, we started the day, I really wanted to book Peter Pan's Flight or Jungle Cruise, and my app like kind of finicked out, so I couldn't. And I went ahead and booked Haunted Mansion. I know that's another high in demand ride, and Isabel said she really wanted to do it. It was the biggest mistake I made the entire trip. Like, 2 of my kids were so scared that they hid their eyes the whole time. Isabel was scared too, but she liked it. Threw off our whole day. Didn't get us down, but it definitely, we would have gotten to do some of the other things that we wanted had I not used it for that ride. So definitely would not do that. If you have littles, Haunted Mansion, probably not worth it. But that was one of ours. So prioritize the rides that you want. I will say Jungle Cruise will sell out. So Lightning Lanes work. They offer times, and when people get it, they move times in the day, times in the day. When the times in the day are up, they don't offer any more Lightning Lanes. So if you see a ride at like 7, 8 p.m. and it's like 9, 10 in the morning, if you want to do that ride, you better grab that Lightning Lane because you're not going to see it the rest of the day. Sometimes someone might cancel and a spot might pop up, but if you're not like on your phone refreshing looking for that, you're not going to get it. So if there's something like Jungle Cruise was our one that we really did want to do and we didn't get to do it because I didn't want to break the 120-minute rule. I was thinking too much about it, honestly. So I would just say, like, make sure you prioritize the rides that you want. Then I would also say, I took notes so I could like make sure I didn't forget to tell you anything. You're gonna have hour-plus downtimes. So I was thinking, watching those videos, that I was just gonna be able to like kind of book and refresh and refresh and refresh and book. Not the case. So you're gonna have hour-plus downtimes. So save any rides that typically have shorter wait times for those downtimes. Things like PhilharMagic, Aladdin's carpets, the teacups. Dumbo, never use your Lightning Lane on the teacups because they have a playground inside. So that breaks up the line. Do that, never use a Lightning Lane for that. If you don't have to, save it for your wait times. But those kind of rides that have smaller wait times, the laugh floor, you know, there's just different ones around the park that are never really, they're kind of like fillers. So save those for your hour downtimes, and then also use those for bathroom breaks, snack breaks. You're definitely gonna wanna take snack breaks because they're so, like, snacks are so good in the park. So they all often have lines and you're gonna have to wait for those. So save that for the times in between your Lightning Lanes when you don't wanna wait in a different line. So those are my basic thoughts on using Genie Plus, and basically you're not gonna get to do everything. It is 100% worth it, I think, and try to like relax, have fun. Like, again, you're not gonna get to do everything, so just enjoy the time that you have. So hopefully this video gives you a little insight. My girls definitely have fun. They wanna go back, and it was a really great experience. Oh, one other thing, the fireworks at the end. So I have 2 littles, a 2-year-old, not even 2.5 yet, but almost, and a baby. They do not like loud noises. They don't like it. So what we did was we went down out of the park onto the ferry right before fireworks started, and we were able to watch the fireworks from the ferry and then from like the ticket transportation center. It was awesome. We got to see all of the fireworks. We could still see the spotlights in the sky. The ferry has the music of the entertainment show playing on there, and at the ticket center they do. So we were able to see everything without the loud noises. And that meant that we were not fighting a huge crowd to get out of the park and back to our parking lot. So if you don't mind doing that, that is definitely a good tip, I think, because it made our evening where the kids were like falling apart way past bedtime, it made it a whole lot easier. So definitely take advantage of that if you're okay with kind of missing the in the action fireworks. All right, I hope this helped. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.